Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Origins, and I've been looking at the quest log, and honestly, I think at this point, it's probably about time we go back to the Brazilian forest and start working on some of the stuff over there. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get off my butt and actually start moving the plot along again. Stop dilly-dallying. Because, you know, it'd be nice if maybe sometime in this lifetime I could finish killing off all these Darkspawn and move on to Dragon Age 2. That'd be fun. Let's see. Who should we bring? I mean, Alistair,
Yes.
obviously. And I should probably just... I should probably just bring my standard party.
Indeed.
Well, actually...
All the...
Yes.
Sorry, Lils. Maybe I'll bring Zevran just for funsies. So yeah, I think we're just gonna go back to the Brazilian outskirts again. There's a lot of people to talk to and a lot of things to talk about, I'm sure.
So, you know that I'm a Templar, right?
I believe what I heard was that you were not, in fact, a Templar. You were trained as one before you became a Grey Warden.
That's right, but I still have all the abilities of one, of course. That doesn't make you nervous.
Should it? I am no apostate. Perhaps you should be directing this question at Morrigan.
She claims not to be afraid of me, or anything, really.
Yeah.
But you've had more experience with the Templars than her. I know how mages can sometimes...
The Templars serve a function, and a necessary one. If what has happened at the tower proves anything, it is that we mages can be dangerous, even to ourselves.
That's one way of looking at it.
And regardless, you seem like a decent enough young man. If you decide to slaughter me out of hand, I'm sure you would at least inform me first, no?
Oh, sure. Count on it.
Yeah, I think Wynne has a pretty practical sort of feeling about the Templars, as no doubt, you know, she does after living in the circles for so long. You know, there's bad Templars and there's bad mages. I would not consider Alistair a bad Templar, so I think we're probably fine there. Hey guys.
I trust there are no hard feelings about my questioning of you when you arrive.
No, it's fine.
We Dalish must protect ourselves from trouble at all times.
Yeah, do others truly trouble you so much?
These days, very little to tell the truth, for we've established a fearsome reputation amongst the Shemlin. We must still be vigilant, however. Not that I would expect an outsider to understand, but there you have it. We do what we must. You might have just told me you were a Grey Warden and saved me the grief, though I suppose I can hardly blame your caution. But I wish you good fortune.
There is a price on my head.
Dareth Shiral.
Like, there's a price on my head. I have to be careful too. Like, she's telling me, oh, we have to be careful, we have to be careful. I wish you would have just told me who you were. Well, you know, I'm like a wanted person, so... There's a lot of elf fruit around here, though. I'm gonna steal all your elf fruit, Dalish people. Sorry.
This should be easy enough.
It's very easy. Alright. What's going on here?
Anathara, Grey Warden.
Okay.
Hello. I'm not afraid of you. I'm a great Dalish warrior.
That's good. Eldest of the sun. This carved head represents Elgernon, the elven god of vengeance. Okay. There's a lot of stuff over here. Wow. Heck yeah. Colored inks. Valesline, blood writing. Okay.
Right.
I mean, I guess we'll talk to this guy. Sure, why not? Athras. Hey, Athras.
Andera Natetian, stranger.
Mm-hmm.
I am Athras. I hope the others have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I don't mind. I understand. It's all good.
That is very generous of you. Most would assume we are unkind as a rule, and that is not the case. especially not to a Grey Warden. But we have lost much, and it is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me.
Oh, you do not seem very happy about that.
None of us are happy about this situation, and I least of all.
Yeah, true.
But I shouldn't speak too much about this, especially with an outsider. I am sure you have little interest in my problems.
No, I'm an RPG protagonist. I have a lot of interest in your problems. Please, I'd like to hear about it.
It's odd to talk so freely with a stranger, but perhaps you can help me. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Denilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her. If I could just know if Denilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace.
Okay, I will seek her out in the forest.
I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
You don't really have to give anything to me. It's alright. The problem with, like, role-playing games, too, is that a lot of times, you know, yeah, you can roleplay as a mean person or a nice person, but also that the difference is a lot of times the difference between seeing most of the content and not seeing very much content. Like, if you play as a jerkwad, you're just gonna be skipping a ton of extra quests and a ton of XP and a ton of like, there's just no, like, there's no good reason to play as a jerk, to roleplay as a jerkwad, except just for the heck of it on a replay. The first time through, it's not, like, it really doesn't behoove you to do that. God of the Craft. This carved wooden head represents June, the Elven god of craftsmanship. So, you know, like, it's like, yeah, I could be a jerkwad to this guy, but then I probably wouldn't get his side quest, and then I would miss that content, and then I would not get that XP, and then I would not get the money that he's planning to give me. Which is, like, silly. It's just silly. Ooh, a pile of scrolls. The Long Walk. And Dirthman, Keeper of Secrets. Okay. Why am I going around? That's weird. Okay, sure. What else have we got here? Oh, there's a landmark tree. Landmark tent, sorry. Landmark tent. Boop. Okay, thanks. Yep. He's just peeing on your tent, guys. That's, you know, just a thing that he does. It's a dog, it's alright. Elf fruit. Elf fruit. Fenharel. This is a statue dedicated to the elven wolf god Fenharel, the dread wolf. Oh crap, I didn't read it all. Gosh darn it, and I can't select it again. You meanie pants. He's a trickster god, Fenharel. We'll read all of these codex entries. After a bit. Like, that's a thing that's gonna happen. Can you even open this?
On it.
Hey, it's a love letter. Nice. Nice. Alright. Hello.
I'm Darren Atishan, Grey Warden.
Oh, it's Ashley.
My
I
name
mean,
is Lanaya.
Lanaya,
I am
right.
Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two?
If you like, go ahead.
I hear the human cities are very large, thousands upon thousands of souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
Yeah. Yes, some are larger than the eye can see.
How very loud that must be with everyone talking all at once.
I don't know, I don't feel like she's ever really lived in a
I
city.
try to imagine those
But
of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought.
I guess they're used to it, just as the humans are. Like I said, I don't think, like, I'm not sure that Ariadne necessarily has an opinion on city living, because she isn't a city dweller. She's lived in a circle tower all her life, which is on an island in the middle of a lake, so she's never really seen much of a city either. But I would think that, you know, we're all sort of used to where we live, right? So I doubt anybody thinks about it that much.
Being accustomed to pain and suffering does not make it any less tragic. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have a question, if it's not too impolite to ask. Do your people regret what they did to ours?
Some of us do. Yeah, I mean, not all humans are the same.
I see. That is difficult for our people to accept. Even if only some were in favor of what was done to us, the rest did nothing to stop it. A poet once wrote of them, before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
Tell me more about yourself.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
How did you come to the Dalish if you were so young?
My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years.
Yikes. I'm sorry, it must have been horrible.
It was, though long years of reflection have allowed me to come to terms with it, to put them in perspective. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
You said that the Dalish rescued you from bandits.
The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there, and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
Didn't you have family you could have returned to, like beyond your parents?
It's possible I might have had some, maybe many. Zathrian offered to take me back, but I had no idea where I was from, and I wanted to stay with the man who rescued me.
Yeah, fair enough.
The clan is my family. Any others out there? It's best they believe that little girl died with her parents. For now, the clan is all I need. My old world could not have offered me all this, and the knowledge of a keeper as well. Perhaps one day, when I am keeper, I might inquire out of curiosity. I'm not sure what lies down that road except pain, however.
Yeah, fair enough. So how did you become a keeper?
I am not a keeper. I am Zathrian's first. Though because I was not born into the clan, becoming his first was very difficult. We Dalish have old traditions. The clans come from the ranks of the nobility that once ruled the Dales, you see. The keepers of those old clans have the strongest and purest blood that reaches back to the days of Arlathan. I had to compete against the other candidates for first, to be better than them in everything, simply because I was not of the old blood.
Yeah, you must be proud of your accomplishments.
I am. The ceremony where Zathrian anointed me as his first was the proudest day of my life. The clan has placed great trust in me. One day, I will lead them and be the one who secures our future.
What does a keeper do exactly?
A keeper is, first and foremost, the leader of the clan. He decides where we go and when we shall move. He's also responsible for knowing the clan's ancient lore and passing it on to the others in the clan. Without a keeper, the clan's knowledge is lost forever, so the clan protects him like no other.
Okay. So what can you tell me about Zathrian?
Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them.
Lost much? What has he lost?
He lost his family a very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circumstances were horrific.
Okay. I guess I'll just ask this in the interest of asking all of the questions, because I think Ariadne knows, at least intellectually, why the Deluge are so hostile, because they have a very rocky relationship with humans. But I'll ask it anyway.
They have reason. Since the days of Arlathan, my people have been either subjugated or homeless.
What is this Arlathan you mentioned?
It was our ancestral home, long ago when the humans first came to these lands. We were free then, and immortal. We did not know how to deal with the humans, and in the end, they turned their power against us and destroyed Arlathan. Our ancestors were enslaved, and our culture lost forever.
Does Arlathan still exist?
Not to my knowledge. According to the old tales, the human mages sank Arlathan into the ground, crushing it beneath the rock.
But the elves were eventually freed, right?
Yes, after a millennium of slavery, Andraste herself freed our people. She who was your maker's chosen.
But you don't worship the Maker.
We worship the creators, as we always have. We give thanks to Andraste for her part in our freedom, but we do not worship her, or her god.
Okay. Didn't Arlathan fight back?
The Tevinter Imperium was a force to be reckoned with. It was ruled by mages with powerful blood magic. Though Arlathan fought, they lost.
I mean, that's really interesting. Like, the idea that elves were immortal and incredibly powerful, and yet somehow they still lost to Tevinter. So, and elves were immortal then?
They died, but not of an aged body as other races do. Not until the humans came. According to the legends, association with humans caused us to quicken. Our blood sped, and we began to age. So we avoided them naturally. And then we were enslaved by them for 1,000 years. And in so doing, we all were quickened permanently and our immortality destroyed. Or so the old tales say.
But you could get your lifespan back, no?
In time and with seclusion. We Dalish have lengthy lifespans, and they will get longer. Zathrian himself has lived many centuries, though that is unusual even for us.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in a very practical way that is true. Like, they wouldn't be the first who lost a war. But I can also see why you resent humans. Like, yeah, that's...
Shemlen, we call them. Quick children. I suppose it takes a certain arrogance to look upon another people as children, no? Perhaps we should be more heedful of our own role in Arlathan's loss. Even so, it was a bitter lesson to learn. One we are not grateful for.
Your homeland was called the Dales, I thought.
That was our second homeland. Our first was the great city of Arlathan. The Dales came when they were freed from enslavement. Elves everywhere journeyed hundreds and thousands of miles to the Dales, eager to start their lives anew. They called it the Long Walk. They reached the Dales and made it their own. And one day it was taken from us too, and you wonder why we are hostile.
Okay, I want to ask something else.
Certainly.
I should go.
As you wish.
Sounds like
Darth Shiro.
we've gone through all of the stuff, and we got a bunch of Codex stuff. Zathrian.
Yes? What is it you need? Have you news?
I spoke to Lanaya about you.
And what did she have to say?
She said that you've been Keeper for a very long time.
That's true. Hundreds of years, if you must know. Slowly the Dalish will all know once again the agelessness of the elves. For now, only a few of us have regained that ability. But I cannot say any more on that. I trust your curiosity is sated.
Well, she told me yeah, I'm gonna just be really impertinent. She told me you'd lost your family, but wouldn't say how.
I would rather not speak of it. It is very painful for me, even now after so long. The werewolves were responsible. That is all you need to know, and should adequately explain my hatred of them, no? Let us leave it at that.
Okay, some questions.
Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily.
Let's see. How do I find Witherfang? Do you have any advice?
Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest.
Okay. Tell me more about this curse the hunters suffer from.
There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it.
So did all werewolves everywhere stem from Witherfang?
No. The ones from this forest, however, do.
So if a werewolf bites me, then I will become infected?
It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten.
How do you know if you have been infected by the curse?
You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable.
Crazy.
If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal.
Fair enough. How did this curse start?
That is a long tale I do not have time to tell. Ask Sayrel about it if you wish.
Okay.
Go on then.
Could you tell me what happened to Delilah?
She was one of the first to succumb to the curse. She is dead.
Are you sure of that? Athras doesn't seem to think so.
Athras is a grief-stricken man who seeks hope that does not exist. He will accept what has happened in time.
Okay. Fair enough.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Alrighty. Fair enough. Yeah. I think we'll probably leave it there for now. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later!